Hey y'all, welcome back. Got another busy evening ahead of us here. Megan's gonna be getting stuff ready for another day of doing pigs tomorrow. I gotta get some stuff ready too. But first I gotta go get another load of hay. That last load did not last quite as long as I expected. It was close. Didn't quite last as long as I expected. So before a busy weekend gets here, I gotta go get some more hay because I'm just about out. They're on their last bale now. So me and Jacob and my other sidekick, I guess we're gonna go get us a load. You riding up front? Hop in.
I was like, wood shelter.
So this is the moment I've been waiting for. I'm gonna take the tarp off of this hay over here and see how it looks. It looks like there's just barely anything holding it on. I need to cut that string and all, but well, it don't look too bad.
Could look worse.
Reason I was worried about what it looked like because not long after we wrapped it up, I come over here and checked it, and it had gotten really damp underneath the tarp, and I'm assuming condensation or something rose, and I had the tarp kind of like sealed off around the bottom. So after that, I changed the way I had the tarp on so air circulation could get through it and keep it semi-dry. And since then, it has blowed off 2 or 3 times. It has been a pain to deal with this tarp. But anyways, it's stuck this time. It's actually stayed, but barely. So I'm gonna pull it off, or not pull it off, but get me a few rolls over here off of the end, and that's what we'll take back with us. I'm not even gonna need to untie that. That ain't nothing but wrapped around there. That knot must have done come untied, I guess. Let's get this string off here. And you can pull that side of the tarp back, and I'll pull this other one back.
Okay.
We ain't able to pull it back far because I ain't gonna be able to take a whole lot of hay with us. All right. I'm gonna grab these 2 right here. That one up there may fall, but we'll see. Hey, so you don't lose those pins, stick them back in the hole.
Okay.
If you leave one laying there, you'll lose it every time. Go ahead and move my ratchet strap for me. Hey, lay it back here at the back of the trailer. That's where I'll need it at. off. Can you drag the tarp off of the top of that one so I can get to it?
Maybe.
See if I can slip it off of there.
Couple of hours ahead of me here. As y'all know, it is hog processing season, and with that season not only comes a lot of hard work with putting up meat and things like that, but also you want to make sure the working folks has got plenty to eat, because it's sun up to after sundown job most days. And so I'm gonna get started. So I'm on breakfast duty. So what I usually do is make a big pan of biscuits. I go ahead and make them the day before. That way I'm not fighting trying to make biscuits at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to get them done before Andy and Jacob go down to light the mat so that everybody has breakfast that early. I ain't about that life, y'all. And plus, leftover biscuits are great. After they've sat there, especially with like some sausage or something on them, I think it makes them so much better the next morning. So I throw together a super simple way to make a lot of biscuits. And a lot of the local restaurants around here kind of do it like this. Now, of course, I don't know their recipe, but anyways, I'm going to start off with around 4 cups of self-rising flour. I'm going to add just a couple of tablespoons of sugar to that. That really helps our biscuits have a nice, soft texture. I've got my pan heating up over here. I'm going to put in about 3 big old tablespoons of lard and let it be melting. Now, y'all, I make biscuits all kind of ways. There are times that I will roll them out. There are times that I'll do drop biscuits. And there are times that I'll do them like this right here. The kids like to call them square biscuits. Mama's square biscuits. And they're actually, these are some of the kids' favorite ways that I make biscuits, is what I'm going to show you. And I make homebread, which is actually not much different than this either. So I'm going to let that be melting. Get my dry ingredients mixed up here. Now most times I'm just making biscuits for us here. I just half what I'm telling you here. Sometimes even less than that. So while that's melting, I'm going to grab my buttermilk. I'm going to pour in maybe a cup. Not like that. That'll be enough. Now I'm going to come in with my hot grease. I'm going to start getting that combined. I want enough water in this that it's pourable. Pretty well pourable into my pan. gonna get my pan out. My oven is on 425 degrees. I'm gonna take my butter here. And I'm gonna grease this pan up real good with some butter. Now y'all know how I am. I like quite a bit because you just can't go wrong with butter. Now I'm ready to pour my biscuits. Now, I'm going to spread this out the best I can. Make sure it's pretty even. Give it a little shimmy. And in the oven we go. We're going to let this cook at least 20 minutes. And then we're going to check on it. Now when I'm doing a lot of cooking like this, one thing I do like to do is I'm going to wash this bowl and I'm going to use it for the next thing. Because if I don't, I would have 50 bowls in my sink. And I'm not always great at washing as I go. I'm actually pretty terrible at it. But I try to do better on days that I have a lot to cook. So, yeah. Let me get my bowl washed and we're going to make some brownies. Don't get your hopes up too much though. It's box brownies.
Let's see if it's going to work, little man. Put your thing up here. Oh my goodness.
It worked.
Like a glove. Let's see if this one's gonna reach. I think it will. Look at that.
This one you had to put down a little.
Ain't that something? That's what you call tight. We don't need no strap as tight as that squiz on there.
Yeah.
You can put that in the truck. We ain't got far to go. So this is the first time I've hauled a load of the 4x4s home. Wasn't sure how many I was going to be able to get on that trailer. But I'd say I got them packed. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, let's see, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 bales on there. They're all wedged on, so I don't think they're going anywhere. Plus, we've only got like 2 minutes up the road to go with them. I'll go extremely slow, but I cannot believe that we were able to cram the tractor in that little bitty spot right there. I had my doubts.
That's why compact tractors are good for hauling with hay.
Yeah, a compact tractor does come in handy, don't it?
Mhm. And like if you had a big tractor, it wouldn't have fit right there.
No.
Definitely not.
Big tractor takes up the whole trailer, not counting any hay. So let's get this load back home. Y'all keep your fingers crossed that none of them fall off between here and there. I don't think that's going to be an issue. And go home and get this unloaded. So that's 8 rolls. I'm going to guess that right there will last me, let's see, 2 days a roll. So 16 days, almost 2 weeks, or a little over 2 weeks. Right at 2 weeks is probably what that should last. Oh, well, Jacob, we need to tie this tarp back down before we leave too.
Oh yeah.
Again, I am cooking for a crowd. So, I'm going to be making 2 boxes of brownies. Now, I do occasionally make homemade brownies, okay? I do. But today I'm not. Today I am not. And guess what? They will still be delicious. Because of a few easy changes that we're going to have. Now I like to buy these Supreme Triple Chunk. They got chocolate chips in them. You can add chocolate chips to it too. And it's also got little pieces of chocolate in it. I don't know. I just like these. These are my favorite. So the first step, make these box brownies extra good from what the box calls for. Instead of using oil, we're going to be using butter. So for one box calls for 1/3 of a cup, so of course we're making 2 boxes, so I'm going to need 2/3 of a cup. We'll get close anyway. The next change is going to be milk instead of water. Now the same goes for box cake. You start making these changes on box cake mix, it's going to make a good difference. So it's calling for 1/4 of a cup of water. We needed 1/4 of a cup of milk. Using 2 boxes, times that by 2, need 1/2 cup. This is why I love to cook with the kids a lot of days, like on homeschool days, because there's always so much math involved. 2 eggs. Alright, I'm going to pour this into my brownie mix. Now I'm gonna grease this big. This is not a 9 by 13. It's like a size or 2 up from that. I'm gonna grease this with just a little lard. Now, one thing I have found with brownies is they seem to cook up the best in glass pans. Don't ask me why. I'm assuming it's like the heat distribution, but my favorite way to have brownies is when they are cooked in a glass pan. They just seem to do the best that way. Alright, into the big glass pan we go, and then we'll get it spread out. One of my most favorite things to do is cooking for other people. Makes me nervous sometimes, because if something's gonna mess up, it's gonna be when you fix it for somebody else. Any of y'all? Does that happen to y'all? Happens to me. Like, it happens to me a lot. But I do. I enjoy cooking for other people and for my family. I just don't know how much I'd cook if it was just me, but just one of them things I like to do. I'm gonna pop these in the oven. Since the oven is hotter than what this calls for, I'm gonna check it in about 20 minutes, just see how we're looking.
Well, we made it back. And nothing fell off. Come on, girl. Made it just fine. Do you have any doubts?
No.
Good. I'm glad you didn't doubt me, son. Well, let's get it unloaded and put the tarp back over. We'll use that other tarp and put it over it, and then we need to go get us a load of wood.
Okay.
Hay's unloaded and stacked. We had to spread the tarp out. I've left it laying outside here, and it's got water all ponded up in it, so we had to spread it out. Gonna let it dry off while we go get another crate of firewood. We need some more for the hog vat.
when you've got a crowd to feed, people to feed, bananas going bad? Well, of course, no other than a banana pudding. Now, before we get started on this banana pudding, this is not cooked banana pudding. This is a no-bake, quick, easy recipe. I can make cooked banana pudding, but I prefer this method. Now, to each their own, of course. But I'm going to show you how I throw this together real quick. Of course, you're going to start off with some vanilla wafers. And, you know, you can make this as fancy or not fancy as you want. You got one of them cute little circle bowl thingies. I don't know what they're... Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can layer it and make this real pretty if you want to. But I'm just going to make mine in this simple 9x13 pan. You can turn these into a crust if you want, like crush them up with some butter. You can do them that way. But I just like to lay them out. Like so. Just cover the bottom of my pan here.
I got a just in fork. So we've been keeping it under this old dilapidated tobacco barn, but the shelter's still standing. Makes a great place to store stuff that you ain't gonna be using. I'm sure it's probably not gonna be standing much longer though. But for now it works.
For my 9x13 pan, I'm going to use the family size vanilla pudding. A lot of people you see make this use banana flavored pudding. I do not like banana flavored pudding. I like vanilla pudding. So this is what I use, the vanilla instead of banana flavored, because I don't know, just something about that banana flavored pudding that I just don't much care about. So we'll just follow the directions on the box. 3 cups of cold milk. We're going to let this just kind of sit and do its thing.
Hey, go up there and tell me how I can't see my fork. They ain't going under it. I'm hitting something, but I can't see what.
Go down. Now go under there.
Is it going under it?
Yeah. Put the entire loader down. Now.
There it is, just like that. I got a whole nother load of firewood ready to go back to the house. I'm telling y'all right now, if you ain't using these IBC totes for firewood, you're missing out, especially if you have to move wood around. Now, I guess if you had a dedicated building for firewood and all that, they probably wouldn't make sense to you. But since we don't, and we just store wood in random places like this right here, by far the best idea anybody ever come up with. So whoever will come up with that right there, he's got it going on. I love these things. Let's get this to the shop.
Okay.
Alright. So you can see my pan of biscuits, they're pretty much done. I want them a little browner on top than they are, so I'm going to stick them in here on broil and let that brown up some more. Alright, I got the top of that buttered up. Stick it back. I'm going to cut us up a banana for the bottom here. I like to use the really ripe bananas because they are extra banana-y. So I try to keep the stuff on hand to make a banana pudding whenever my dear heart desires, just in case I have some bananas going backwards. I've got a good way to put them to good use. Because we love banana pudding, especially this way. Like I said, I like the old-fashioned banana pudding too, and I know how to make it. We prefer this cold banana pudding. Maybe that's what I should call it. Meagan's cold banana pudding. There we go. Perfect. Now, I'm going to take one whole regular container of whipped cream. And I'm going to add it to my vanilla pudding here. And I'm going to kind of slowly just get that all combined with each other. And this is one of those desserts, like the longer it sits, the better it gets. So if you make it and try it right away, you may be like, well, it's alright. But now if you give it a few hours, let them vanilla wafers get soggy on the bottom, oh man, it's so good. We're going to dump it on our bananas and vanilla wafers. And that right there will actually set up just a tad more. And those are just pieces of whipped cream. I could have mixed it up better, but I didn't. Now I like to take me more vanilla wafers and do the same thing we did on the bottom. Looks like everything's getting done. Great. Now my brownies, I won't cut them till they cool for a good long while. That way I don't make too big of a mess out of them.
put it in full drive going down this hill,
Okay.
just in case it's a little light in the back end.
It flips up and then it starts rolling fast.
Take off sliding.
Yeah. Tractors don't have front brakes, do they?
No.
So we would be
If
stopped.
it took off sliding, the only thing you can do is push the loader down. Set the loader down and you stop.
What if you did it?
Most likely it wouldn't. That ain't that heavy of a load up there, but just to be on the safe side, this is a kind of steep hill. I seen Daddy come down that hill one time and had a load of wheat in a grain wagon behind it. I think it was wheat. I believe that's what it was. Behind that little case tractor, and it tried to push him down the hill. Because, you know, on a gravity wagon, there ain't no weight on the tongue to put weight on the back end.
Yeah.
All right. We'll finish that up tomorrow. I'm gonna set this one against it, and then we'll pull this tarp that way over it.
Okay.
Pull it the other way. Go yonder's way with it, long ways. See, I believe the vat's ready. They've already got it full of wood and got it full of water. You can't do nothing with them old timers, man. They own the ball. There's one guy that helps us, and I'm telling you, he's on top of everything. I think I seen him down here earlier today, so I guess he got it all ready. You ready for another day of it tomorrow?
I mean, if I'm not, it's coming.
That's exactly right. It's coming whether you're ready or not, ain't it? I like his attitude. It don't matter if you're ready or not, it's coming. We need to probably tie that tarp down, but then I guess we'll be done. We can go back to the house.
Okay.
All right, there we have it. What I say we was gonna call this? Meagan's cold banana pudding. There it is. So that'll stay in the fridge, covered up till we're ready to eat it. Here's my biscuits. I'm gonna get them cut up and laid out to cool. Brownies. So it's all just coming together slowly but surely. Alright, so now I'm going to just go through and I'm going to cut my biscuits. I'm not going to make these huge because I'm trying to stretch them. So they're not going to be gigantic cat heads or nothing like that. So this ended up making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 5. 30 biscuits. Not too bad. So you could make these as big or as little as you wanted them. That's all personal preference. Since I'm trying to stretch them so far though, I've made them pretty small. So now I'm just going to put them on this rack here so they can cool without the bottoms of them getting too soggy. Look here. I hope y'all can see the inside of that biscuit. Perfection. As easy as that was. But I found if I let them just sit here on this pan, that the bottoms of them will get kind of soggy. And so I don't much like that. So I'll pull them off like, look at that. That's going to be good. So I'll just pull them off and put them on this rack here till they are completely cold. And then I'll open them up and put the goodies on the inside. Now I'm also bringing some stewed potatoes tomorrow for lunch. So to do that, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to go get me some potatoes and I'm going to cut them up and I'm going to go ahead and boil them till they're starting to get soft. And then I'll put them in my crock pot and they should finish the rest of the way in the morning. That's my plan anyway. That way I don't have to be peeling potatoes early in the morning either. So one thing I like to do is whatever I can get knocked out today, that's what I'm going to do. Yep, so tomorrow I'll have brownies, biscuits, the potatoes, and banana pudding. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully. I don't think I'm going to have time to boil them this evening because we're going to see some Christmas lights here in a little bit. But I can boil them first thing in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee and it'll be just fine on it.
How long will it take them to boil?
Not long.
Oh, okay.
And plus they're going to be in the crock pot. So even if they don't get 100% done,
they'll cook in the crock pot.
yeah, it'll be fine.
So you cook, you're boiling them first. They're already cooked when they go in the crock pot?
That's the way I'm going to do it, so I make sure they're done when it's time to eat them.
Oh, I got you.
So I'm just putting my little sausage patties on my biscuits. And I'll wrap those up and put them in the refrigerator when I get them all fixed. So I'll have sausage biscuits, bacon biscuits, and I'm going to send some strawberry jelly with you in the morning.
Oh, that'd be good.
And jelly biscuits.
You're going to have plain biscuits too, I guess?
Yeah, so I'll leave a few of them plain. That won't be too bad, will it?
Mm-mm. I think I'm about ready to need your plate.
Okay. Just tell me when. So guys, this is just a regular, I guess it's late fall day. around here these days. Even though the garden slows down and pretty much goes away, there's still plenty to be done. It's just a different kind of work for a different season.
Different kind of done, ain't it?
Yep. Yep.
It won't be much longer. We got 2 more weekends of pigs. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to finish up this weekend.
Yep. Be out to pig business.
Be out of the pig business.
Just lay it on there kind of straight. It'll sit on the biscuit better. Let me get my bacon thing out.
Leave me one piece out. I'm going to try it.
Well, here, pour you grease out first. But just like processing the pigs, feeding everybody is a team effort too, ain't it?
Yeah. Everybody brings a little bit of something.
Yep. It's like a potluck, except 2 days a weekend till we get done.
It's like having Thanksgiving multiple weekends in a row, ain't it?
Yeah. Without the turkey.
Without the turkey.
But these biscuits, they cut so much better if I let them get cold first versus hot. Just a whole lot easier on me.
These brownies for down there too?
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I guess we're going to finish up our biscuits and go see us some Christmas lights. And I guess that's going to about wrap up today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you might have learned a little something. Until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one. How many bacon biscuits you think we're going to have?
This one, for the bacon. How many pieces you using per?
Like 1 or 2. Just depending on the size of the biscuit.
Well, there's 9 pieces of bacon left.
Oh, that right there.
Counting what I'm cooking now.
That right there will just take that one. Okay. Well, I made 30. So.
Oh, yeah. You're good.